Within the functioning pairs, 1/4 of our MBTI personalities are going to fall into visioning, and INTJ is part of the visioning. This is tuition and thinking NT. Visioning are best described as someone who is an agent of change, a person with vision who values logical argument, competence, and independence. An INTJ has original minds and a great drive for implementing their ideas and to achieve their goals. They quickly see patterns in external events and develop some long-range explanatory perspectives. And when they're committed to something, they're going to organize a job and really carry it through. The idea is to be able to find a way to energize them and have them commit. They're skeptical and independent. They have high standards of competence and performance for themselves and for others. 2.1% of the population are an INTJ. They have long-range vision, analytical thinking, problem-solving, conceptual design, and they have an amazing skill at planning, especially detailed planning. INTJ is a great goal setter. They have multiple long-term idealistic goals with very specific detailed action plans to reach their goals. They will have some obstacles. They really don't like unexpected opportunities, and they're going to be upset by change, surprise, or anything that is unscheduled. So some tips is to really establish those specific goals to enable their choices and plan some time to brainstorm on the new job opportunities. Gathering. They are great information gatherers. As they like to research about career opportunities, they're going to search for growth and learning, as these are foundational principles of their personalities. This leads to an obstacle of being unwilling to really see some important facts. They may overlook them, especially facts about a career or a job. So some tips: make sure that you search for facts about their career and establish priorities. Make sure that you have a list of what's most interesting. Contact for an INTJ. This can be difficult at times because they are introverted, and they're going to have some very carefully selected network of professionals and experts, and they don't like to network, but they know that it's really essential and has a great value for careers. Emphasize their potential and their ability to learn. These are wonderful values that they have. They are obstacles, of course. They do miss some opportunities due to a lack of networking, and they tend to be too quiet in interviews. They focus more on their potentials, and then they don't look like they're very personal or impersonal, so they appear overly task-oriented. So some tips in networking: make sure that you start with some close friends, and then be sure to ask them for some referrals so you can build outwards. Role play. Emphasize the present contributions that you can make to an organization, but don't overwhelm your interviewer with too many possibilities. Decisions. An INTJ is very methodical. They're going to weigh their pros and cons and really conduct a very logical analysis. The obstacles, though, is that they tend to neglect values because they're very focused on logic, and they make some hasty decisions. So be sure to consider what's really important, those values, and cool off before you decide. The most popular occupations for an INTJ are surveyor, teacher, scientist, nuclear engineer, architect, internist, and manager.